when we get there, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. I mean, as it always is, but this year it's kind of turning out to be, one to remember. I feel like.
As it starts to build, I mean, is there something like that you kind of sense? I mean, you can see this is different. You guys they've been in this position every year. You guys have never been in this position in your career, at least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there something different you kind of feel in terms of you're paying more attention now, or something?
No, I mean we've always paid the same amount of attention. It's just kind of like this year we're doing so good. Expectations are just kind of different, and that just goes. That really goes without saying. And we just got to keep doing our job like we are, and good things will happen.
Did you keep your eye on kind of hope that they continue to win? Or was there?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I want them to win all the way until we play them. I know some of the guys were wishing them to lose, which I mean it's hard not to, but a little part of me was hoping they lose. But yeah, I'm glad they won. I want them to make the game as meaningful as possible.
Seeing them against an opponent you've already played with, Wisconsin, did you gain, or how did you think of the team and their performance after watching them?
I think Wisconsin playing at home, they played their hearts out. I think both teams played their hearts out. Obviously, it was an overtime game, and Ohio State got the ball first, and they scored, and Ohio State, and then Wisconsin couldn't get done because Ohio State's specifically they rushed 4, I remember, and they got to the quarterback, and the quarterback rolled out, and he's got tackled and sacked. It's just what happened.
Talked about text messages from friends. Any on the team? Any Ohio State current Buckeyes text?
I actually don't have any friends on the team right now. I did, but they're gone now. Yeah.
Did Coach Harbaugh tell you guys if you leave, don't come back fat and happy? I mean, obviously the expectation is to come back and pick up the intensity where you left it off.
Yeah, I mean the goal was to come back to last night's practice and keep the same intensity as we had in the previous weeks, and I think we did a pretty good job of that. Coach wants us to even come out even harder today, and so that's what we're gonna do.
The Ohio State guys are no longer friends, or they're no longer on the team?
no longer on the team. No longer on the team. Yeah.
How tough is it to focus? You always talk about focus on 1 week. You mentioned all the attention that the Ohio State game. How tough is it to focus on this week, especially in the bye week where you don't have much to do otherwise?
I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, this far into the season, you're kind of into a rhythm, and so you're used to just doing the scouting report, having Tuesday practice, Wednesday practice, Thursday practice. Nothing really goes through your mind. You really don't have time to think about other teams until the week comes. Because trust me, when the week comes, there's plenty of time. I mean, that's all you're doing all week is thinking about that.
Did you check in with Graham at all, getting his first NFL start this week? You get a chance to see
yeah, I texted him yesterday. I said hell of a job. He played really well, especially going against Aaron Donald. So, good.
What did he and Ryan have in common? What do they do different? What makes them different?
They're both interesting characters. But Graham is very. That's an interesting question. I never had someone ask me that before. I mean, they're both really similar. Ryan's kind of a little more edgy on the field. I think a little more crazy. Graham's really meticulous and calculated. So that's probably the biggest difference.
What about Jordan? We asked Coach Harbaugh to compare, and he said they're brothers.
So Jordan kind of reminds me of like a serial killer because he's like really quiet, like has that side of Graham, but also on the field like crazy. I've been playing before, and then all of a sudden Jordan would come hit me in my back, and I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I mean, he's I think he's gonna be a really good player too.
By this time,
A judo killer?
Serial killer. Yeah.
by this time they would have figured out just to give the Glasgows scholarships early rather than having them walk on? Or?
You think so by now, but I mean, I don't know. That's up to coach.
When did it become apparent that they were better than they were recruited as?
I don't know. I guess when they started playing a little bit. Graham, I don't think started playing until his sophomore year, if I remember right. And just as soon as he started playing, I mean, it was kind of like a light came on. And it's really the same way for any player. Just when the light comes on, you start playing well and you feel comfortable and good things happen.
So was last night's practice just decent, would you say, or what was?
Yeah, last night's practice was good, but it wasn't up to par with the kind of practices we've been having. So we're gonna make today better.
Non-starters had to stick around and practice when it comes.
Yeah. Well, like the guys who just don't really play on Saturdays. It was good, because Coach Harbaugh calls it the improvement week. Refuses to call it the bye week. So during the improvement week, the young guys are mandated to stay back and improve and get better. So that's what they did.